Brandon, Democrat marketing problem. I mean, we see what's happening. I see the messaging. They keep
that face.
That face. Show this face.
Story,
show that face.
Story over.
Show that face. That's all you have to say is that. That encapsulates every single thing I need to know about them. Yep. It's her. It's Chuck Schumer. It's Bernie Sanders. His upper lip. But wait, watch. If you guys watch Bernie, it's almost like he went to the dentist and this part's numb. That's the best impression that you want to do. It's just, hey, listen, Russia, Putin, this lip doesn't move.
His upper lip is the only thing that worked less in his life than him.
It's like fluttering.
He's a filthy socialist. Yeah, people forget about it.
He's a socialist.
Listen, he had his honeymoon in the Soviet Union.
Who does that?
Because he's a communist.
He's one of them.
Isn't there a video that exists of him shirtless singing the Russian national anthem in a bar?
Oh my God!
Like he's up on a table singing it. I could be wrong, but I swear I've seen that before.
Wow, that's some tea. But yeah. So next,
brother, you think you said tea too much?
Yeah, I don't know what tea means, and he said it like seven times.
So young people call tea gossip.
It's called gossip. It's called information. And that's how you do it.
That's what the kids are saying these days.
That's zesty. That's spice.
All right. So number one, last night we got this information. This is how Democrats are trying to combat people who want to control reproductive rights. This is their pitch for their idea.
Okay.
Sponsored by Democratic State Representatives Anita Somani, an OBGYN from Dublin, and Tristan Rader of Lakewood.
The whole entire point of this bill is to call out the hypocrisy of particularly the state legislature when they bring forward bills to regulate women's bodies.
Now, there are exceptions to the proposed law, which include sperm donation, contraception, and members of the LGBTQ community. Men face a maximum $10,000 fine after the third offense if they have sex with a woman without the intention of conceiving a child.
Men have the same rights no matter where they go in the country. Women have rights based on where they live.
It just misses the most basic biological
And you could
facts.
end it there. So they proposed a law that makes it finable, or you could go to jail for it if you ejaculate without the intent to conceive.
Is it an act? They didn't put it into law.
They passed. They didn't put it into law, but they filed for it or whatever. So it has to go.
So this is a bull. It's
a PR stunt.
Bro, Humberto talked about this a couple weeks. It's the same thing of, if you're going to tell women what they can do with their bodies where they can't get abortions, then we're going to tell men what. Because in these people's mind, as we talked about when Humberto covered this in a different.
When Humberto brilliantly covered.
Thank you. Perhaps more credit than that segment deserved, but okay. Where they're trying to make it so men doing any sort of activity that creates sperm without the possibility of conception is the same thing as women dismembering their children in utero.
Like you wake up and know 30 grand.
By the way, what a bro, what is wrong with these people are freaking insane, bro.
Yeah.
Something is wrong with the wiring.
Yeah. You notice how they have to leave the carve out for the LGBTQ community? People who are producing all sorts of fluids without even the possibility
for nothing except just pure debauchery.
But I'm offended. They just said LGBTQ. What about the AI plus YZ, whatever, all the other letters?
Bigots.
What about all the other flavors of pedophilia?
All right, we got a couple of these, so let's move it along. So this is their reaction to auditing the treasury and auditing the $36 trillion worth of money that we spent. This is the reaction to that.
Is it Cory Booker?
It is.
Just mad about everything.
Yeah, this is his case against that.
Are any of them ever happy? Do any of them smile ever?
They're miserable.
Wait, we gotta go back.
Sorry.
No, I want to hear it. Oh, there's another Butte. Go back. Yeah, put the volume up so we can hear it, please.
We will fight their violation of civil service laws.
Yeah.
We will fight their violation of civil rights laws.
We just heard that.
We will fight their violations of separation of powers.
We will fight them on the beaches.
Violations of our Constitution of the United States of America.
One guy looks like a giant. Look how tall he is.
Yeah.
We will not. We will stand up. We will speak up. We will rise up.
Bro, who are you talking
It is time
to?
as the African
That's enough of that one. He's mad. He wants to yell, but he doesn't have anything to say. So
there's nothing that I got out of it.
You had more people in your sketch, and it was a slow.
That's why I got.
It was a slow Monday morning.
Every time you said something, you heard a faint behind him.
Very bold words from a confirmed heterosexual Cory Booker.
So
he's in a real relationship with a real woman and everything, guys.
Yeah,
want something. This Democrat has a problem with the word manufacturing because it's sexist.
Wait, because the word man is, you're joking. 'Cause
Nope,
the word man
roll
is in
it.
Oh, God, go ahead.
Yesterday, I met with a manufacturing company, but they also are engaged in getting young people more engaged in manufacturing. So I asked them, so how many of those students that are signing up and want to do this, how many are women? And they said, well, I know there's at least 13% or something. It was a low number. And you had mentioned trying to engage more women in manufacturing. I'm just wondering if just the name manufacturing sounds like a guy.
So
yes, it does.
You know what I think
because men do that better.
You ever see the movie like Billy Madison when he answers the question? He's like,
Yes.
not only if everything you say is wrong and stupid, but we are all now stupider for having listened to that. Like, God have mercy on your
I
soul.
award you no points.
Brandon,
and may God
would
have
you,
mercy
would you
on your
drive
soul.
a car that was woman-factured?
No, no. I mean, I'm not suicidal.
Yeah, it's so funny. Go ahead.
But-
All right, so what are you going to watch?
This is their critique of Elon Musk.
I want to hear why, but do you think that calling Elon Musk a dick is effective messaging for confronting what is a potentially irreversible transformation of the U.S. government?
Well, he is a dick. I think he's also harming the American public in an enormous way. And what I think is really important and what the American public want is for us to bring actual weapons to this bar fight. This is an actual fight for democracy, for the future of this country.
It's really too bad
Robert
for him that
Garcia.
the dick brought big balls with him.
Yeah.
So
Is he
you know,
from? Can you find,
they're getting screwed.
Where's Robert Garcia from?
Yeah.
Is he from Cali?
Let's see.
He looks like it.
Robert Garcia looks like a freaking California Democrat. if
I know
had
they're
to
allowed to
guess.
say dick on CNN.
No, yeah. When what's his name said it?
Only when you're
Anderson
calling
Cooper. I was like Anderson Cooper.
Ah.
Well, that's the
Where's he
thing.
from?
You're
Yeah,
under,
he's LA, and the worst thing, he's Peruvian.
Oh wow, double whammy.
you remember when the FCC rewrote its guidelines so that people
No.
could say things to be harsher against Trump?
No.
When Trump called a bunch of countries, S-hole countries,
Yeah.
the FCC rewrote its guidelines so they could say that word on cable
Yeah,
news
and not get in trouble.
and not get violations.
Good for them.
Wow.
Yeah, well, good for them. To hell with them.
So apparently you can just dicks out on CNN now.
So this is Elizabeth Warren, Miss anti-business. Like I'm all for the little guy.
Pocahontas, Big Pharma.
Yeah. So this is her position on Big Pharma.
This is not only about a private company that gets sued and has to pay out. Vaccine manufacturers often operate on very slim profit margins.
Do they now?
If they get sued repeatedly and successfully, they simply move out of the vaccine space.
Really?
We've already seen this.
Wait, did she just say that vaccine manufacturers have a slim profit
thin.
margin?
They might. How much are charging them?
Oh
Do you
my
know
God,
how
yeah.
expensive it is to make a single bottle of autism now?
Yeah. And by the way, aren't she's full of crap, bro? Aren't they like they're protected?
The biggest companies in the world. Yeah, you're not allowed to sue the
You can't sue Big Pharma for injuries.
Was that during RFK's confirmation hearing? You hear how emotional she is. She's almost on the verge of tears. Leave the multi-billion-dollar corporations alone. Yeah.
Her money.
We feel nothing for them, and we're going to be glad when they get shut down.
They not only have huge margins.
Immunity. They have
Listen,
immunity.
they're the number one in margins. Healthcare products, 57.74 gross profit margin. Second, food, 24%. It's not even a close second.
She's a liar.
Then
You know
you
why?
go to transportation, 21%. Auto and truck, 9%. Building materials, 28%. Dude,
They have a government authorized monopoly too. Like when you create a drug, you're not nobody's allowed to create the same thing for 20 years.
but it took me 2 seconds, Rob. 2 seconds.
Yeah.
She's lying.
And nobody facts.
She's
I
lying.
know.
She's lying.
Yeah, where's factcheck.org?
Yeah, right there. No, where's Snopes?
Mm-hmm.
Who's this? She
Oh,
looks like-
we're just kidding, Liz. We're sorry about that.
But she's worth
Let's bury the hatchet. We smoke 'em peace pipe.
yeah, and we're gonna be fine.
All the best to you.
Pocahontas. She's worth 78 mil for a reason.
Doesn't make
I'm
these
assuming
people make 220 grand. How? I know how,
She
but
just want everyone to scalp.
yeah, she's so.
When does that end?
What?
When does Trump stop these insider trading among the DC elite? When does he finally put
He
a
has to
stop
make
to
it
that? 'Cause
illegal.
I love everything that he's done so far. except for that
They
one
won't pass
thing.
that.
Yeah, that's
They
one of-
won't pass.
Congress.
Yeah, because he can't do that with executive order. He's already skirting the line with stuff that it's hard to do with executive orders. But trying to outlaw congressional insider trading, that's part of why it's always been so hard, because it requires an act of Congress to do it.
And they're all doing
every
it.
single one of them is benefiting
How much
from
of the voting do you need of Congress for it to pass?
Either 50 or 60%.
You're telling me that there's not 60%? I always thought, I know that there's bad people in D.C., but I never realized that they're the majority and not the minority.
Oh, no, it's like 80% swamp creatures. But I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like, if I was in Congress right now, I'd
if it's
I'd
not
throw some
illegal,
money around.
if it's not illegal
not
to be doing it,
illegal,
why would you not?
Yeah.
But,
Because it's so immoral.
Yeah, I think there is the option if it was to be done through constitutional amendment. There's the Convention of States where you can have representatives from states that are not Congress get together, and if enough states get enough signatures, they can pass. And the Convention of States project, look it up. It's been going on for years, and I think congressional insider trading is one of the things they've been focused on for a very long time.
I tell you what the problem is there's a saying in South America, leaving the dog in charge of the barbecue. You know, when you come back.
Yeah, he's like, what? You know what I was. I love everything that you
We
made.
have the dog in charge of the barbecue. They're
It's
gonna.
so
they
funny.
it's never gonna.
How do you
pass.
say it in Spanish?
Dejar al perro a cargo de la parrilla.
That was good.
Well, sorry, it's a website
Perro
for
a
that.
cargo de la parrilla.
At Mount Rushmore.
Pero Got it.
All right.
All right, last one. Another dumb thing that Democrats are saying today for their marketing problem.
Oh, here we go.
Our government, no matter who is
Whoa,
involved, has
Natalia.
an obligation to right these wrongs, to provide reparations for descendants of enslaved Africans, to eliminate the racial wealth gap, to uplift the black community. White supremacy is rampant in this country.
God.
Just look at the current administration and our own legislative body. They have contributed to the social and economic harms, to racial terror black folks have experienced in this country. Now, more than ever, we must acknowledge and repair those harms.
Is that a common thing for women to wear lipstick that match their jackets? I don't think I've ever seen that before.
No, it's kind of bizarre.
But wait, did you
I
hear
will
what she
never
said?
date women that wear jackets.
White.
Can you clarify for me?
Or look at them.
What job do these women do?
I have
What-
no idea.
Wear
What-
jackets and match.
Yeah, no, but like,
Oh, the girl on the right. The girl on the
officially on
right.
paper, what is their job?
No, she's the. I think the girl on
It's
the
members
right.
of Congress.
Yeah.
These are members of the United States Congress standing up and saying black people are oppressed. It's white people's fault. Give us money.
She's in Congress. How'd you
Like,
get into Congress?
I don't
Because
think
you're
you could do
obviously
that.
you're on your merit. And guess what? The girl on the right is the biggest hateful, spewing, anti-American rhetoric. I don't even know her freaking name.
Ayanna
But did
Pressley.
you hear what she
Yes.
said? She said that white supremacy is running rampant. Shut your lying mouth.
I mean, clearly there's got to be some kind of oppression because Ayanna Pressley has been in Congress for
Didn't
years,
you-
and they still don't pay her enough to have hair.
Well,
Didn't you guys cover a news story about PwC
yeah, they're
barring
virtue
white
signaling.
people from applying to
And Asians.
and Asians?
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah. It's called racism.
That's racist.
Well, no,
Yeah.
I mean, it's diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Which
unless
to
you're
me
white
is racist.
and Asian.
But
If you're
then
not
allowed.
letting a certain group of people come into a thing, it's racist.
Wait, you know
But
what?
here's a fact for black people who feel that way though. Look into Operation Gladio and what the CIA did to the black community. It's not white people over the last 100 years. It's the government who flooded black neighborhoods with drugs to fund black market operations. Like that's a declassified thing that happened. Like
Yep.
you know, we what was it called, gentrification or whatever? Like we excluded them from certain neighborhoods, flooded their neighborhoods with drugs, and then made laws that made it stricter punishments for drugs, so that like we made a bunch of fatherless black
What's
homes.
this we you keep referring to?
Well,
I have nothing
America.
to do
He's
with
saying
that.
America. The
We
system.
don't ask those questions here, right?
Yeah, well, CIA works for
No,
America,
that's
and then Margaret Singer with the freaking Planned Parenthood. You know how many millions of babies because of that bitch are dead?
Yeah.
And
Like-
people are no, I'm being
Sorry,
dead
no,
serious.
I know.
And they say, oh, black people make up only 13% of the population. It should be 30%, 40%. But everybody's like, no, come kill your kids.
Yeah.
Come on in, come down this line and just kill your babies.
Yeah.
And Singer's a white woman.
Right.
Yeah,
Telling you guys
and
to
a
kill your
eugenicist
kids.
who-
Yeah.
Am I losing my mind?
That's
Con?
exactly why she created Planned Parenthood, was to kill black people.
That's
and now
it.
she got them to do it themselves.
That's so weird.
I'm just thinking, I'm so glad of my racial, makeup, because I look white, but when I apply to something, I'm a minority. So when cops come around, they're like, "Oh, this guy, whatever," you know. But when I'm applying to something, I'm a minority.
So it's a win-win.
It's kind of funny because you get to be Hispanic. And what Rob mentioned with the
and I use Hispanic. I'm
white
Latino.
White people and Asians were banned from applying to these things. It's funny how there are
So
these.
I will pass.
Yeah, there are these
Great.
two attached races that are always screwed by one side or the other. Where it's like it's not just white people, it's also Asians who get screwed on everything, and they lump Hispanic people in with black people on everything. But that's not what they're looking for. Like if you had nothing but guys who look like Humberto, and it's like, oh, when we have a diverse Latino, no, you're too white. Get out of here. So it's all lumped together.
Be a lawsuit.
You have to be attached, so it's not just one.
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah, but like direct your outrage to the right direction. I mean, you know, like so it's so ignorant to just like cast it upon all white people. Like it's the freaking like the white people, black people have so much more in common than either side with the government. The government's clearly against both of us, or it has been over the last 100 years. And then you know most people have a lot in common.
They do, Brandon. When people say that we're a racist country, you're full of shit. We're not a racist country. There's racists in the country.
Many of them in Congress demanding reparations right now.
Yeah, and white people, black people, everybody. There's racists everywhere. Is it running rampant with white supremacy? No. You're looking for it and you're causing people to divide. And the government wants you to hate each other. They want you to hate for gender. They want you to hate because of height. They want you to hate because of, you know, my social status. Am I rich? Am I poor? Black, white. It's like the same shit over and over. And you guys are falling for it. All right, and the Democratic marketing problem, that's all they're not shifting gears. And good. Keep doing that shit. Keep saying everybody's racist. Keep pushing this gender ideology on children and everybody. Keep playing the fucking victim. You're gonna keep losing for decades to come. Keep it going, please. Because I know there's some people that are in here that are left, and you want to be in it. We appreciate it because we want this type of debate in the chat as well. But you're not going to win. Change your damn tune. Stop playing this victim shit. Nobody's listening to you. Nobody cares.
It's like Jennings said. They keep picking 80-20 issues and taking the 20% side.
Yeah, explain really quick so I can get up.
No, yeah. Scott Jennings just said like Trump keeps taking the 80% side on 80-20 issues. Where like you know some people who feel that each of those issues they went through there, that's like a 20% issue where 20% of the population feels that way. Like 20% of the population agreed with that $10,000 per load law that they wanted to pass.
Yeah.
You know, so
it's stupid.
that's an example of an 80-20
Yeah,
law.
it's like what side are you like? What,
like common sense revolution.
There should be a common sense revolution in that. Like, stop looking for shit, and that because that's what the party is, bro. That's what the Democratic Party has become, and that's why they are losing. And there is zero hope in sight. Something major is gonna have to happen for them to freaking get a win, bro. David Hogg is not your future. Everybody's racist. Donald Trump, white supremacy is not the answer. All right, pick your asses up off the ground. And let it be a good debate of Republican and policies, not this freaking. It's one of the most unattractive things for me is this victimhood bullshit. Nobody cares. You're black and everybody's racist. You're in Congress. Everybody's racist. The president was president for 8 freaking years. Like I'm enough with it. I'm done with that shit. Stay away from the racist people. I know racist people. I stay away. I don't even want to tell you the names that they freaking call me as a Middle Eastern in high school. I just stayed away from them. Don't go down to Mississippi in the bayou. Stay out. They hate all of us. Anyway, so if you like this clip, click right here. And if you want to see more like it, click right here. Stay angry, Patriots.